ahead and roll. And Olivia, you're clear to say your name, outlet, and begin.
Okay.
Hi, Olivia.
Hello, Joe. I'm Olivier from Paris. I work for Film Actu Per Break. It's great talking to you.
Nice to see you. Great talking to you, man.
So I guess everybody asks you this, but what was your relationship to Mortal Kombat before the movie? Did you play the game? Did you have like a favorite character or?
Yeah, I grew up playing the game. In 1992, I was 11 years old. And then I remember I didn't have a console. I needed to go to my friend's house just to play the game. I grew up with the game. And then until I played Mortal Kombat XL, I think that one is really good. And Mortal Kombat 11, but somehow, I don't know what, I love XL better. Sorry. I love XL. XL, I think probably for me is still the best. Even though MK is way better in everything, but somehow I feel like XL has more Mortal Kombat soul in it. So yeah, it was a dream come true to be part of it. And when I got the call and then they asked me to be part of it, I was like daydreaming. I was like, really? I mean, like, this sounds impossible because I'm from Indonesia, born in South Sumatra, not in the city. It's like in an island south of Indonesia, like poor. Grew up, played the game, huge fan of the game, and then like 30 years, like 20. What I'm like, oh yeah, like 25 years later, I play my favorite character. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. And in the games now, you can fight Batman, Rambo, Predator, Joker. Who would you like to crush if such crossovers were possible on the screen?
Well, he's so badass. He needs to fight like the strongest. The strongest. Who's the strongest in Injustice?
Batman?
Okay, but I would love to see Sub-Zero fights Batman. Yeah, I think that will be something really, really cool to see on screen. Even though Batman fought what character Arnold Schwarzenegger played, which is the Frozen, the guy who has the same skill. Yeah, but I think with Sub-Zero it's gonna be more like hand-to-hand combat, like more martial arts techniques with the superpower involved. I think it's gonna be really badass fight.
It's funny because in the movie, like Sub-Zero has kind of a Batman Darth Vader voice. Was it hard to find the way he could talk? He doesn't talk.
Yeah. Well, you know what? My approach to every time before I jump to the character, I need to find the voice first because the voice helps me to separate who I am and the character I'm playing. So in a real life, I sound like a cartoon guy. So I need to set my mind to believe, to separate my real life kind of guy to the character I'm playing. So usually I always find the voice first, and I suggest the voice to the director. I want him to be more like crispy, dry, almost like a throat voice, but you still feel like it's heavy. So we discussed that way before we jump to the production. So after I found the voice, it's just easier. Everything is just like, it's just easier for me to get inside the shoes and then just embody myself.
Yeah.
So that's my trick. I just share it to you. Don't be an actor, okay?
Is it hard to outdo fight sequences when you've been in movies like The Red, like The Night Comes for Us? Is it hard to find new challenging ways to do action more intense? Or
well, in The Raid and Not Come for Us, it was crazy fight. It was crazy movie, and then a lot of crazy fights in it. But to be honest, it's very challenging in this movie, Mortal Kombat movie. It was super challenging for me because I have like 7 to 10 kilos attached to my body, and I have to fight, which the expectation of the fans of Mortal Kombat or the fans who watch The Raid and that conference, I cannot slow down. But I have 10 kilos on my body. How I'm gonna deal with that? So it was super hard. It was super hard. I lost like 3 to 5 kilos in 3 months shooting because it was just sweat after I finished the fight, and then a lot of bruises here and there. I didn't know. I felt like, okay, probably shooting in Indonesia it's very different. Long hours. It's just almost like double compared to shooting Hollywood movie. But when I was when I was inside that costume, I just know, okay, this is gonna be a game changer. This is gonna be more hard. I remember even it was so hard, it was hard to walk. And then you see in the movie, like there were a lot of jumping, kickings, flying, and those things. Well, I'm proud. I watched the movie. I was like, oh, I did that. Oh, it was pretty. Well, it was hard, but I did it. So it was quite. I feel like an achievement, to be honest.
Okay. Well, my time is up. Thanks again, and the movie is
Thank
great.
you, Olivia.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you,
Merci
Joe.
beaucoup. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.